Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject mathematics in standard 6th. In this video, we are going to continue with our chapter number 10, equations. We will solve questions from practice set 27. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also. And if already subscribed, thank you very much. So practice set 27 question number 1 is rewrite the following using a letter. We have to use a letter to rewrite this expression. Here we have given these 4 statements or 4 sentences which we have to convert into expressions. So in expression we all know there are operations, 4 operations: addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. But these 4 operations should be performed at least between 2 numbers. Minimum there should be 2 numbers to perform any one operation. But here there 2 numbers are not given. If you read all these 4 sentences, you can see that 2 numbers are not given, only 1 number is given. And for second number, we have to assume there is a letter in place of a number. A letter, it can be any letter. It can be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H till X, Y, Z. Any alphabet from English is known as letter, we all know. And those letters, those alphabets are known as variable in mathematics. When we use these variables, when we use these alphabets, or when we use these letters in operations, these letters are known as variables. So let us see how to use letter and make expressions to convert these sentences into expression. So first sentence is the sum of a certain number and 3. Sum means total, sum means addition, you all know that. A certain number, we don't know which number is that. So first number is not known, second number is 3. First number and second number, their total we have to write in the expression form. But as first number or as a certain number is not known to us, so we have to imagine or we have to assume that this certain number can be any letter from English. Okay. So let us see how to write this. See, I will be writing this. I have written all these statements as it is from textbook, and now I am going to write the answer or solution. Suppose that a certain number, so that certain number we have to suppose or we have to assume that can be any letter. You can take A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I will be taking X. It is X. Okay. Suppose that a certain number be X, and therefore the sum of certain number and 3. How it can be written as certain number and 3 sum. Now we all know the certain number we have taken as X. So in place of this certain number we can write X, and plus, sum means plus, X and 3. That means X plus 3. Sum of certain number and 3. Certain number is X and 3. 3 we have written, and there is sum. Sum means total, X plus 3. So this sentence can be expressed in the form of expression like this. Sum of certain number and 3 is X plus 3. Okay. Now let us see this next sentence. The difference obtained by subtracting 11 from another number. Okay. We have to subtract 11 from another number. So that another number we don't know. That means we have to assume that another number can be any letter. So let us write. You can write suppose that, you can write late. Suppose that another number B. I write y now. You can write any letter. It is not necessary you have to write x, y. You can write any letter. Okay. Therefore, the difference obtained by subtracting 11 from another number, I write here, the difference obtained by subtracting 11 from another number. That means we have to subtract 11 we have to subtract from which number? From another number, and that another number we have taken as y. So the expression is y minus 11. The difference obtained by subtracting 11 from another number is y minus 11. Now next is the product of 15 and another number. Product means what? As sum is addition or sum means total, difference means subtraction or minus, and then product means multiplication. Okay, so what we have to suppose? Another number can be any letter. So let us suppose, or let us write, or you can write anything. Let also you can write let the another number be x, y, z, anything you can write. I am writing x. So therefore the product of 15 and another number. Product means what did I tell you? Product means multiplication. So it means what? 15 multiplied by x. So when multiplication sign is there between number and variable, this is coefficient, this is variable, this is number and variable, we don't write that multiplication sign. It means 15x. So expression is 15x. Okay. Now next is 4 times a number is 24. So let us write that number be x. Let a number be x. Now what is given? 4 times a number is 24. Now see children, 4 times, that means 4 multiplied by. 4 times means what? 4 multiply by. Times means multiply by. Whenever times you will see, you will have to write multiply by sign, multiplication sign. 4 times means 4 multiply by. A number, what we have taken a number as x. 4 multiply by a number in place of a number, what we write? X. Now is, this word is there. Is, whenever you see is in sentence, in mathematical expression, in place of that is, we have to write equal to sign. Is means equal to sign. When in sentence this word is there, you have to write equal to sign. And what is there after is? 24. So we write 24. So 4 times a number, that means 4 multiply x, is means equal to 24. So again multiply is there between number and variable. So we don't write that multiply sign, we write 4x equal to 24. In this way we get this equation here. Equation, equal to sign is there, left hand side is there, right hand side is there. So in this way you can write all these sentences into expression form. Now second question is, find out which operation must be done on both sides of these equations. We have given the equations. We have to see which operation must be done on the both side. We all know in equation there are always two sides, left hand side and right hand side. So which operation has to be done on both the sides? In order to solve them, we have to solve this equation. So see children, solving the equation means what? To find the value of variable from the equation. For example, in all these equation, variable x is used. So in the end we should get the value of x. The last step should be x should be on the left hand side equal to sign, and on the right hand side only one number should be there. That means that is the value of that variable. So solving the equation means finding the value of that variable from the equation. So for finding the value of variable, we have to perform some operations on the given equation. So first check which is the side of variable. Okay, so here in first equation we can see the side of variable is left hand side. On the left hand side variable is there. Second equation also left hand side is the side of equation or side of variable. Left hand side is the side of variable. In third equation also left hand side is the side of variable because variable is there on the left hand side. In fourth equation also left hand side is the side of variable. So in all these four equations we can see left hand side is the side of variable. So for solving the equation, what we have to see? We have to see that which operation is performed on the side of variable. Here the side of variable is left hand side. So we can see which operation is there on the left hand side. Here we can see addition, operation addition is there. Here we can see operation subtraction is there. Okay. In third sum we can see operation multiplication is there. 8x means 8 multiplied by x. No sign means multiplication sign. So here operation of multiplication is there. Here the operation of division is there. So when we want to solve this sum, what we do? We will do exactly opposite operation of it. So that means if addition is there, we will do subtraction. If subtraction is there, we will do addition. If multiplication is there, we will do division. And if division is there, we will do multiplication. So in this way, we will perform the exactly opposite operation of the given operations and we will find the value of x or value of the variable. So let us see. Here I have written the first equation x plus 9 is equal to 11. This is left hand side of the equation. This is right hand side. RHS means right hand side. LHS means left hand side. So on left hand side we can see variable. So left hand side is variable side. On left hand side we can see the operation of addition is there. 9 is added in variable x. So as 9 is added in the variable x, we have to subtract 9 from this side, from the left hand side. What I will do? I will write this left hand side as it is, x plus 9 as it is, equal to 11 as it is. Now what I will do? I will subtract 9 from left hand side as well as I will subtract 9 from right hand side also. We have to subtract from both the sides. Same number we have to subtract from both sides so that the equation will be balanced. It will remain balanced. There will be no change in the equation. It will remain balanced. Okay, that is very important. The equation should remain balanced. Okay. How the equation will remain balanced? When we add same number to both the sides, or when we subtract the same number from both the sides, or when we multiply both the sides by same number, or when we divide both sides by same non-zero number, or exchanging the two sides, that time the equation will remain balanced. There will be no change in the equation. So what we did here, we have subtracted 9 from both the sides. So I write here subtracting 9 from both sides. Now see children, on left hand side we have subtracted 9. This plus 9 minus 9, plus 9 minus 9, plus minus minus we all know. And 9 minus 9 will be 0. That means this 9 cancel with this 9. 9 minus 9 0. Nothing will remain. X plus 0 will x. So what is remaining on the left hand side? X is remaining, equal to. On right hand side you can perform the operation of subtraction. 11 minus 9 is 2. So x value or value of variable we have got 2. So in this way we have to solve the equation. We have to get the value of variable. Now we have got the value of variable. What is the question? Question is find out which operation must be done. on both the sides of this equation in order to solve them. We have solved the equation, and which operation we have done? So operation done is subtraction. Okay, so in this way you have to write the solution of these sums. Now let us go on the second sum. So the second sum is x minus 4 equal to 9. Variable side is left hand side. On left hand side subtraction is there, so we have to perform exactly opposite. 4 is subtracted, so what we have to do? We have to add 4. So I will be adding 4. I will write left hand side as it is. I will write right hand side as it is. Only what I will do, I will add 4 on both the sides. I am adding 4 on left hand side. I am adding 4 on right hand side. So what I did, adding 4 on both sides, or to both sides you can write anything, adding 4 on both sides. So now minus 4 plus 4 plus minus 4 minus 4 0, that means 0 we are getting. What is remaining? Only x is remaining. 9 plus 4 is 13. So what we are getting? Only x on the left hand side, only number on the right hand side. That means this is the value of x, and in this way we have solved our equation. And which operation we have performed? Operation performed or operation done. If you want you can write done, if you want you can write performed. Operation performed is addition. Okay, now next sum. Next sum is 8x is equal to 24. The side of variable is left hand side. On left hand side we can see multiplication is there. 8x means 8 multiplied by x. Okay, 8x means what? It is 8 multiplied by x. So we operation is there is multiplication operation. We have to do exactly opposite of it. That means we will have to divide. 8 is multiplied by x, so we have to divide 8 by 8 on both the sides. So let us divide. Therefore left hand side I have written, right hand side I have written. What I have to do? I have to divide left hand side also by 8 and right hand side also by 8. So what I did here, dividing by 8 on both sides. Every time you have to write in the bracket. Okay, now divide. 8 ones are 8, 8 ones are 8, cancelled. What is remaining? Only x is remaining on the left hand side. Now let us see what we get on the right hand side. 8 ones are 8, 8 threes are 24. 3 upon 1. When upon 1 is there in the denominator, 1 is there, we don't write that. So only numerator number 3 we have to write. X is equal to 3. Which operation is done or which operation is performed? Operation performed is division. Okay, now let us go on fourth sum. Fourth sum is x upon 6 is equal to 3. Upon 6, see left hand side is variable side and upon 6 is there. Upon 6 means divided by 6. X is divided by 6. Okay, so division operation is there. We have to perform exactly opposite operation. As division is there, so we will be performing multiplication. So therefore write the left hand side x upon 6, write the right hand side 3. What we have to do? Now we have to multiply by 6. Here divide by 6 is there, we will multiply by 6. On left hand side we will multiply by 6. On right hand side what we did? Multiplying by 6 on both sides. Now see here, denominator 6, numerator 6 cancelled. What is remaining? On left hand side x is remaining. On right hand side this is simple multiplication operation. 3 6 are 18. 3 6 are 18. So we get the value of x, value of variable, that means our sum, our equation is solved. And which operation we will have to perform to get the value of variable? We have performed operation performed is multiplication, you can write, or you can write product also. In this way you can complete this question number 2. Now question number 3 is given below are some equations and the values of variables. We have given the equations and values of variable of those equations. All these are these values the solutions of those equations? We have to find out whether these values are the solution of the equation or not. If they are not the solution, we have to write no. If they are the solution, we have to write S in the last column. So let us see why no is the answer for first equation. So I have written the table as it is on my page, as you all can see. First equation is y minus 3 is equal to 11. So y minus 3, left hand side is the variable side and variable value is given 3. So what I do, I will write this left hand side for first equation. Left hand side, LHS means left hand side. What is the left hand side? Y minus 3. Now value of y is given 3. So in place of y we can write 3. In place of y what we can write? 3. And minus 3 write as it is. In place of y we can write 3, minus 3 write as it is. So 3 minus 3, what is the answer? 0. But answer is 11. On right hand side the answer is there. It is equal. That means left hand side answer should be equal to right hand side. Correct? Both the sides answer should be same. So answer is already given to us. It is 11. But if you put y equal to 3, in place of y if we write 3, we are not getting 11, and that's why y equal to 3 is not the solution, and that's why no is written. Okay, now let us check for second equation. Variable side is n plus 1, which is right hand side. So I write right hand side, RHS. It is n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1 is the right hand side. Now n value is given 10. So in place of n, I am going to write 10. Plus 1 as it is I write. What is 10 plus 1? 10 plus 1 is 11. Okay. But the answer is given 17. Left hand side and right hand side should be equal, na? So answer is given 17. We are getting 11 when we put n is equal to 10. So answers are not same. Here it is 17, here it is 11. That means n is equal to 10 is not the solution. In place of n, 10 should not be there. There can be other number, exact number. But n should not be equal to 10. So it is no. Again it is no. It is not the solution. Now third one. In third, 5x variable side is right hand side. So I write third also right hand side is the variable side. 5x is there, that means 5 multiplied by x. 5x means 5 multiplied by x. Okay. So in place of x we have to write 6 now. X value is given 6. So let us write. 5 as it is I write, multiply by sign as it is I write. In place of x I write 6. 5 6 what is the answer? 30. Are we getting equal? Yes. Left hand side also 30 is given, and when we put the value of variable in right hand side also we are getting 30. 30 equal to 30, and that's why x is equal to 6 is the solution of this equation. So we can write yes. Okay. I hope you all are understanding. Now next one, m upon 2. Variable side is left hand side. It is m upon 2. Now m value is given 7. So in place of m we write 7 upon 2. Can you divide 7 by 2? Not possible. If we can divide, but answer will be in the decimal form. It will be 3.5. Answer will be 3.5. Okay. So, but the answer is given 14. That means when you put m is equal to 7, you are not getting 14. That means m value should be something different than 7. So m is equal to 7 is not the solution. So I should write no. So in this way you have to solve, you should see, you should check whether the values given for variable is the correct value or not, and then you can write solution is no or yes. So in this way complete question number 3. Question number 4 is solve the following equations. We will be solving the equations as same method which we have applied in question number 2. Find out which operation must be done. So we have done the exactly opposite operation. We have checked which is the side of variable, and we have done the opposite operation to get the value of variable. Same thing we will do here in question number 4. We have given the equations. We will check which is the variable side, and we will do the opposite operation to get the value of variable. So let us see first sum. Y minus 5 equal to 1. So in solution write the equation. Now y minus 5 is the variable side, left hand side is the variable side, and on the left hand side, on the variable side, this 5 is subtracted from variable. Subtraction is there. So we will be performing the opposite operation. That means we will be doing addition. As subtraction is there, we will be doing the addition on both the sides. As 5 is subtracted, so we will add 5 on both the sides of equation. We will add 5 on left hand side, we will add 5 on right hand side. So left hand side I have written equal to 1, that is right hand side I have written. What I have to do? I will have to add 5. On left hand side I have added 5. I have to add 5 on right hand side. Same number should be added on both the sides to keep the equation balanced. What I did? Adding 5 on both sides. So plus 5 minus 5 cancel. Cancel means 5 minus 5 is 0, and that's why we have to cancel it. What is remaining? Only y is remaining. 1 plus 5, we can do it 6. We can solve it. 1 plus 5 is 6. So in the end, we get the value of variable y is equal to 6. So in this way, we have solved the sum. We have solved the equation. This is y is equal to 6 is the solution of this equation. Equation, I write this short form of equation EQ, and then N means equation. Okay, now let us see what is second equation given to us. Second equation is 8 is equal to t plus 5. Right here 8 is equal to t plus 5. So in solution we write 8 is equal to t plus 5. See children, t is the variable which is on the right hand side. So right hand side is the side of variable. Now what I will do, I will exchange the side. That means I write right hand side on left. I transfer the right hand side on left and left hand side on right. Transfer, totally transfer both the sides. So when we transfer totally both the sides, it will not make any difference. I write this t plus 5 on right side and equal to 8 on left side. 8 on left side, t plus 5 on right side. So it will not make any difference. What I did, I have exchanged the side. Now variable side is left side, 5 is added. That means what we have to do, we have to subtract 5 from both the sides. So t plus 5 left side I write, 8 right hand side I have written. What I have to do, 5 is added. Now I have to subtract 5. Subtract 5 from both the sides. So what I should write here, subtracting 5 from both sides. Plus 5 minus 5, 0. What is remaining? T. 8 minus 5 is 3. So t is equal to 3 is the solution of given equation. T equal to 3 is the solution of given equation. Now next sum. It is 4x equal to 52. That means 4 multiplied by x is equal to 52. As multiply is there, which operation we will have to perform? Divide by. Okay. X is variable side is left hand side. On left hand side we have to perform divide by operation. That means we have to perform divide by operation on the right hand side also. So 4x is equal to 52. We have to divide by 4 on left hand side. We have to divide by 4 on right hand side. We have to do the division, subtraction, addition, multiplication, all these operations by same number. Okay. So dividing by 4 on both sides. 4 cancel. What is 52 divided by 4? If you want, you can do it in rough. 52 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. 5 minus 4, 1 remaining. This 2 we have to brought down. 4 3s are 12. Answer is 13. 4 ones are 4. 4 13s are 52. What is remaining on the left hand side? This x is remaining. So x we write. On right hand side what is there? 13 upon 1. Upon 1. Denominator 1 is there. We don't write. We only write the numerator, which is 13. So x is equal to 13 is the solution of given equation. Now let us go on next sum. In next sum, 19 is equal to m minus 4. Variable side is on the right hand side. So what I will do, I will exchange the sign. Okay, right hand side I write on left, left hand side I write on right. Okay, so m minus 4 I have written on left hand side and 19 I have written on the right hand side of equal to sign. Now minus 4 is there. So what we have to do? We have to add 4. Adding 4 on left hand side, adding 4 on right hand side. Okay, so what we have done here? Adding 4 on both sides. Plus 4 minus 4, 0 cancelled. What is remaining? Only m remaining. 19 plus 4 is 23. So we have solved the equation. We have got the value of variable. Variable m value is 23 and therefore m is equal to 23 is the solution of given equation. Next sum, fifth one. Fifth equation is p upon 4 equal to 9. We have written in solution as it is p upon 4 equal to 9. Upon 4 means divided by 4. Left hand side is the variable side. There is upon 4 divided by 4. So when divided by 4 is there, what we have to do? We have to multiply by 4. Okay. So p upon 4 also multiply by 4 and 9 also multiply by 4. What we did? Multiplying by 4 on both sides. So in denominator 4, in numerator 4 cancel. 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4 cancelled. What is remaining? P. What we can do on the right hand side? 9 4s are simple multiplication. What is 9 4s are? 36. So P is equal to 36. Value of variable we have got. Always see that left hand side only variable should remain, on right hand side only number should be there. Then we can see say that the equation is solved. Okay, and therefore this can be the solution of given equation. It is the solution of given equation. Now let us go on sixth sum. Next we have x plus 10 is equal to 5. Variable side is left hand side. Always see that you have to bring variable side on the left hand side, so it becomes convenient to solve our sum. So on left hand side we are having x plus 10. 10 is added. That means what we have to do now, which operation we have to perform? Subtraction operation. So x plus 10 is there, that means we have to do minus 10. As we are doing minus 10 on left hand side, we have to do minus 10 on the right hand side. 5 minus 10. So subtracting 10 from both sides. So here plus 10 minus 10 cancelled. We get only x. What we get on the right hand side? Plus 5. See, 5 doesn't have any sign, means plus sign is always there. So plus 5 minus 10, plus minus minus. So 10 minus 5 is 5, plus minus minus. But sign of bigger number always we have to give. So 10 is bigger number, 10 sign is minus. So 5 should have minus sign. X value is minus 5. It is not plus 5. Always check when you do subtraction, sign of bigger number should be given to the answer. So answer is x is equal to minus 5. Therefore x is equal to minus 5 is the solution of given equation. Next sum, 7th one. It is m minus 5 is equal to minus 12. So minus 5 is there on the left hand side. What we have to do? M minus 5. We have to add 5 on left hand side. So we have to add 5 on the right hand side also. Put therefore sign in the beginning of the step. Okay. Now what we have to do? Write adding 5 on both sides. Every time writing this statement in the bracket it is compulsory. Okay. Plus 5 minus 5 cancel, we get m. Now minus 12 plus 5, minus plus, we have to do subtraction, minus plus minus, and 12 minus 5 is 7. And answer should get the sign of bigger number. Bigger number is 12. 12 sign is minus. So answer should have minus sign. So m is equal to minus 7 is our solution. M is equal to minus 7 is the solution of given equation. Next sum. P plus 4 equal to 1. Write the equation once again. P plus 4 equal to 1. Now plus 4 is there. So what we have to do? We have to subtract 4. Subtracting 4 from both sides. So plus 4 minus 4 we get only P. And 1 minus 3, plus 1 minus 3, plus minus minus, 4 minus 1 is 3. Sign of bigger number. Bigger number is 4. 4 sign is minus. So answer should have minus sign. P is equal to minus 3. Therefore P equal to minus 3 is the solution of given equation. In this way you can complete this question number 4 by actually performing the operation. Now question number 5 is word problems. What is question number 5? Write the given information as an equation. Whatever information is given, we have to convert that equation. Okay, convert that information into equation. And then we have to find the solution. You all know finding the solution means finding the value of variable which is used in the equation. So let us see how to form equation from the given information, and after that solving equation. You all know we have done it in question number 4, we have done it in question number 2 also. So same method we will be applying, but before that we should know how to form the equation from given information. So first question I have written as it is on my page, as you all can see here, and now we have to start writing its solution. Let us read the question. Haraba owns some sheep. Okay, he was having some sheep. We don't know how many. We don't know how many total number of sheep he was having. After selling 34 of them in the market, from those ships, from total number of ships, he sold 34 ships in the market. So after selling those ships, he was having 176 ships. How many sheep did Haraba have at first? So number of sheep he was having at first we have to find out. So let us suppose that Haraba had X number of ships. Okay, X number of sheep. We don't know how many he was having, so we have to take them as X number of sheep. Now he sold 34 of them. He sold 34 sheep. He still has 176 sheep. So from this we have to form an equation. From this information we will have to form an equation. So how to form equation? Total number of sheep were X. From X he sold 34. So from X 34 are subtracted. After subtracting 34 he was still having 176 sheep. Have you understood how to form the equation? Total number of sheep were X. From X he sold 34. That means we have to subtract 34 sheep from X sheep. And after that he was having 176 sheep. So in this way we have to form the equation. Now equation is formed. Left hand side is variable side. Right hand side is only number side. On left hand side X and minus 34 is there. So how to solve it? Subtraction is there. 34 is subtracted. So same number we have to add on both the sides. That means what we will have to do? See, therefore sign every time write in the beginning of the step. So X minus 34 and then plus 34. 176 as it is, and then we write plus 34. That means previously it was X minus 34. We have to do opposite of it. We have to add 34 on both the sides. So here what we did, adding 34 on both sides. So what we get, 34 cancelled. X is equal to what is 176 plus 34. 6 plus 4 is 10, 1 carrying, 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 1, 11, 1 carrying, 1 plus 1 is 2. So X is equal to 210. So X for what we have taken? Haraba had X number of sheep. So how many sheep did he have at first? At first he was having 210 number of sheep. Therefore Haraba had 210 sheep at first. In this way we have to solve the sum. Okay, now let us see the second question. Now second question, Sakshi prepared some jam at home and filled it in bottles. After giving away 7 of the bottles to her friends, she still has 12 for herself. How many bottles had she made in all? We have to find out how many total number of bottles she prepared in all. So how many number of bottle we have to find out. For that total number of bottle we have to take X. Okay. For example, here what we have done, how many ships did Haraba have first? So for this question we have taken X. Correct. How many ships, total number of sheep, we have taken X. Haraba had X ships. So whatever question is asked, for that question we have to take X. For answer of that question we have to take X. Here we have asked how many sheep did Haraba have at first. We have taken Haraba had X sheep. Here we have asked how many bottles Sakshi prepared. So we have to take like Sakshi had prepared X number of bottles. And then we can start solving the sum. Are you understanding? So I have written the question as it is on my page. And now we will solve the sum in solution. What I told you to write first. Let us suppose Sakshi had X number of bottles in all. Okay, and from those X number of bottles she gave 7. That means from X 7 is subtracted. After giving 7 bottles, how many are remaining with her? 12 bottles are remaining, 12 are left. So in this way we can prepare or we can form an equation. From total number of bottles, she gave 7 bottles to her friend. Still she was having 12 bottles. Now minus 7 is subtracted. So what we have to do? We have to add 7 on both the sides. Same number we have to add on both the sides. So adding 7 on both sides. Minus 7 plus 7 cancel, only X is remaining, and 12 plus 7 is 19. So X value is 19 and X we have taken for total number of bottles Sakshi had. So from this we have to write the answer statement. Therefore Sakshi had or Sakshi made 19 bottles of jam in all. Okay, now next is she filled 250 gram of jam in each bottle. So write she filled 250 gram of jam in each bottle. So what was the total weight of jam? How many number of bottles are there? Total number of bottles are 19. So what will be the total weight of jam? Therefore total weight of jam will be, how much it will be? 250 multiplied by 19. Multiply. 19 zeros are 0. 19 5s are 95. 5 written, 9 carrying. 19 2s are 38. 38 plus 9 is 47. 4750 gram. And if you want to convert it into kilogram, what we will have to do? 1 kilogram is equal, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So that's why we have to divide it by 1000 kilogram. So 3 zeros are there. Convert it into the decimal fraction. What you will get? 4.750. 3 zeros are there. So after decimal point 3 digits should be there. So this is the answer. She was having 4.750 kg, or you can write 4,750 gram also. Any one answer you can write. So in this way first form equation and then find the value. Now this last question. Archana bought some kilogram of wheat. Okay, she has bought some kilogram of wheat. She requires 12 kg per month and she got enough wheat milled for 3 months. And after that also she had 14 kg left. So how much wheat had Archana bought altogether? How much wheat had Archana bought altogether? What I told you in previous 2 questions, we have to take X as the answer for the question which is asked in the end. What question is asked in the end? How much wheat had Archana bought altogether? So what you write in the answer by taking X as the answer, we can write that Archana had X kg of Archana had bought X kg of wheat altogether. Correct na? So before that write suppose. This word suppose you have to write and start writing the solution. So I will start writing the solution by writing suppose and writing answer for this question, where the answer should be X. So let us write solution. Suppose Archana had bought X kg of wheat all together. Okay, all together she had bought X kg of wheat. Now what is given after that? She requires 12 kg per month. I write here, she requires 12 kg per month, and she got enough wheat milled for 3 months. She milled wheat for 3 months. So therefore quantity of wheat required for 3 months. For 1 month she required 12 kg. Per month means 1 month. For 1 month she required 12 kg. For 3 months how much kg she will require? 12 into 3. 12 3s are 36 kg. Okay. So all together for 3 months she required 36 kg. She had bought X kg of wheat. From X kg, 36 kg she had milled. Okay, she went to the mill, she had milled 36 kg of wheat, but after that also 14 kg is left, 14 kg is remaining. So how to write the equation? From X kg, from together, all together wheat, she had milled 36 kg. That means from X, from together, from total wheat, she had milled 36 kg. From total wheat, 36 kg is subtracted. But after subtracting 36 kg also, how much meal is left? 14 kg is left. So answer is 14 kg. From X kg of wheat, 36 kg is milled, 14 kg is remaining. Now solve this. We have got the equation, solve it. X minus 36 plus 36. Correct? We have first there was subtraction. So we have to do exactly opposite operation. So we have to add 36, 14 plus 36. Adding 36 on both sides. Minus 36 plus 36, 0. We are getting X only. And 14 plus 36, 4 plus 6 is 10, 0 written, 1 carrying, 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So X is equal to 50. X for what we have taken? We had taken X kg for wheat she had bought all together. So total how much wheat she had bought all together? 50 kg. Therefore Archana had bought 50 kg of wheat all together. So in this way you all have to form the equations and solve the equation and write the answer, write the solution as your answer. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.